How are you feeling? Hey, my name is Werner Puchert, and I believe that most world's problems, even my feelings, are just interesting design challenges in disguise. In this video, I don't want to make light of mental health and self-care. It's especially important for old white guys like me who tend to shy away from these kind of topics. Recently, I just felt like I needed to kind of explore different things. I needed to break the cycle of kind of negative thinking and thinking about the same topic over and over. And I grabbed a paintbrush and some watercolors and I thought, hey, let me re-explore some of my old art background. And I went out and I started kind of painting things. However, I soon realized that it's a bit unstructured, and I tend to fall in a trap of like buying brushes and all kinds of nonsense for my little hobby and not really focusing on why I'm doing it. And then a good friend of mine recommended that I look into this card decks. And I found this card deck called Guided Art Therapy Card Deck. It's 75 activities. It's created by Emily Sharp, and it gives you the opportunity to explore different mediums in a more meaningful way. Now, I'm not going to go too deep into the idea of art therapy. What it's not analyzing your art. It's kind of doing art and exploring different meanings and trying to get into the state of flow and explore your feelings. And this will help you kind of do it in a more structured way. So before I go into a whole woo-woo land, let me show you what is inside the box. Cool, so crack open the box, solid box. I found this and bought this off of Amazon, so it's kind of generally available. Inside the box, you will find the usual suspect, and in this case, super useful guided booklet. Tells you a little bit about art therapy, introduces the author, Emily, but then also kind of gives you important information around the mediums that you want to explore, but then also potentially at the end, and I'll show you this in the card book, the actual kind of intention behind the art that you wanted to do. Then inside, you have a set of really nice, and this is what I like about this specific card deck, well printed, well produced. The cards are thin but solid. In essence, 75 art therapy activities. So it's 75 briefs divided into a couple of categories. But let me lay out the categories and give you a quick overview. I'm not going to go into all the cards, but give you an overview of what's inside this deck. Now, as I mentioned, the card categories are nicely broken down and explained inside the guidebook, but it's also very simple to see visually. So you have the different colors, and there is 7 of them. But then you'll see you have painting, you have writing, you have collage, you have sculpture, photography and digital art, mixed media, and then also drawing here in no specific order. The cards are also numbered, so from 1 to 75. And there's 7 categories. I can't go through all of them. It's not fair to the author. But let's grab the first card. And by sheer chance, this is the one that I'm going to take away, and I'm going to do a piece of art and bring it back to you so we can have a bit of a laugh and exploration. Now, here you have your challenge, so make art anywhere. It's card number 10. The goal of the activity is to see familiar things in a new perspective. The medium is painting, so red, and then there's a time commitment. The time commitment is kind of a loose indication. I probably won't keep to this, but if you want to be very strict, you can grab 20 minutes to an hour to do this. Now, when you flip the card over, there's some more instructions, information here. There's also a little bit of illustration to give you an idea. I can guarantee you mine is not going to look like this. So, jokes aside, top half of the card instructions here is kind of practical guidance. So there's some instructions of how you want to do this. Go out in nature, find an outdoor spot, something new, grab a pencil, draw first, start painting, some guidance. There's also a little bit of guidance, and that's true for all the cards, around the materials you might require to do this activity, so suggestions. Then the second part, and you'll see this for all the cards, is what's some of the things that you're exploring here? What is the feelings or the emotions or things that you need to think about while you're doing this activity? So may help with. So what might this help me with? So increasing my awareness, so being out in nature, just looking at things a little bit differently, which I think is important. And then also relieving stress a little bit, right? Then there is some questions that you need to explore or ask afterwards or during that you can think about. Now, I'm just going to read off the ones on this specific card. So, how does it feel to pause in nature long enough to create a small painting? What did it make you feel like? Did you notice something in outdoors, something new? What changed? And then finally, would you do this art practice again? Why? why not? So these are some of the things that you can explore. And this is true for all the other cards. So if I grab one here, let's say, where's the collage one or sculpture? So what is my superpower? The goal of activity is to appreciate your personal strengths, and you can take about 30 minutes. There's some instructions here, some materials. It may help you with empowering yourself. So if you haven't done sculpture before, I can guarantee it's going to do that. There's a little example there, of course, here that you can see what this might look like. And then again, you go into the exploratory questions. And this is true for all 7 mediums, right? So you can go out, grab these cards and explore them. Something else I wanted to just point out. Now, if I open the book up, right at the back of the book is a quite nice breakdown of all the cards and the activities. So you can explore this card deck in a different way. And I think the first one that I showed with the cards is pretty obvious. You can explore per medium. So you can grab the colors and go and explore this. But it's nicely laid out here as well. So you have the activities by medium, so painting, drawing, all of them laid out, and then the specific topics that you could explore. Now on the flip side, pardon the pun, you can also go and explore activities by topics, right? So there's a whole set of topics here that you can go out and explore. So for example, if you want to go into expressing your needs, you can go and grab card number 3, so past, present, future, go find it in the card deck and then start exploring that kind of challenge or activity on that specific card. So I'll read off a couple just to give you an idea. So addressing inner conflict, cultivating self-care, building self-confidence, exploring emotions, and then creative problem solving. And so it goes on. There's a whole bunch of different topics here. So this is really great. As I mentioned before, it took me out of the idea of buying more materials, exploring the medium in a way that wasn't really why I wanted to do this. For someone else, it might be just really around exploring specific needs that they have. So just the fact that there's something more structured here, and it kind of breaks the whole, what we call writer's block thing, where you sit in front of this white piece of paper and you don't know what to do. This might spark a couple ideas and get you going on your way. You can be very structured, follow all 75 activities. Probably not what I'm going to do. I'll grab the ones that I like and explore the card deck in that way. Now, I said that I'm going to go out. So we're going to go to the mountains in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to paint up something. And I'm going to come back. For you, it will be in the flash, and record my reflections and show you my artwork so we can have a bit of a laugh and reflection. So see you on the flip side. And here we are on the ski slopes in Davos. And did I do my homework? Yes, I took my card with me, and I've been on the side of the slopes doing a bit of drawing, but then also dipping into a bit of painting and watercolor as the card indicated, and really enjoyed it. I kind of did a study of one area and did a couple of drawings and paintings of that. Enjoyed doing that, but then also the cards encourage you to look at the bigger picture or think about things a little bit. It's not just about the art or the techniques. And I must say, like, initially when I started drawing and painting, I thought, hey, I'm focusing on the details too much. Let me zoom out, look at the bigger picture and capture more, maybe more impressionistic. And life is a little bit like that, right? Sometimes we get stuck in the little details, but you have to zoom out and look at the bigger picture to get a real kind of feel for what's going on, right? A bit of a reset. So do I recommend the cards? Definitely, especially if you're getting stuck in building up your own art therapy practice and you want to do more activities, something to guide you, I will definitely recommend the cards. And just keep on doing it, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So check out Art Therapy Card Deck, 75 activities. And I would love to know if this is interesting to you and if you have a little practice of your own to get out of your own head. And then as always, thanks for watching and catch you in the comments.